What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out another one of my videos here on YouTube. This is something I haven't done in a while, and that's just have some strictly laps, but I'm just going to commentate over top of it. Obviously, I'm not talking wall riding during this one, but you guys know I sometimes do strictly laps where I just do laps with no talking or anything. But I figured I'd throw together some sort of a commentary, give you guys some sort of entertainment to listen to while you're watching this, or if you want to close out, just listen, or if you want to mute me and just watch. Those are all viable options you can do. Kind of what I wanted to talk today about is motocross race season. You know, I get people who comment here and there, and they're like, hey, DeeO, when is your next race? When does the race series start up in Colorado? All that kind of stuff. The race season has officially started, and you'll notice I haven't raced any yet, and we'll get to that. So really in Colorado, there's two race series. I mean, there's also like Corks, which is off-road racing. I'm talking on the track motocross racing. There's RMXA and SRAC. Two different organizations, and actually this year, I don't know if it's the first time they've ever done it, but this year they're bringing it back to where those two organizations are actually going to have some combined events. So instead of like each weekend splitting it up, you know, because some people will be like, oh, I race RMXA, and other people, oh, I race SRAC, and then they won't really go head to head. So you might be the fastest 450B rider in RMXA, but the guy in SRAC might be faster than you, or you're faster than him. Either way, whatever. But they're finally combining some of those. So point being, there's already been round one. Oh, that was an ugly jump. Going for that triple. I'm watching while commentating, and that caught me out a little bit. RMXA and SRAC have both already had their first rounds of the 2017 series. So I'm not going to be chasing points or anything. You guys know that. Obviously, I've already missed the first round for both of them. Look at that. You can see my bar pads getting ready to fall off already. It does eventually during these laps. As you guys know, I've always, not always, but lately I've considered myself a pro practicer, and I'll race here and there, but I don't chase championship series. I don't try and hit every event. I think most of you guys can understand events cost a lot of money. Both, you know, you got to get AMA memberships, you got to get SRAC or RMXA, you got to pay an entry fee, you got to pay like to sign up for each class. So you got a gate fee to actually get into the racetrack, and then you have to pay 25 or 32 or however much it is for, let's say, 450B, and then you got to pay that amount again for 25 plus. Then if you want to race a third class, you got to pay it again for, let's say, two-stroke B and C or whatever. Then you got truck gas, you got bike gas, you got your if you stay in a hotel, or you know, food for the day. Everything adds up incredibly fast, and then obviously wear and tear on your bike, but that doesn't really count because I'm going to ride my bike regardless. So what I'm saying with that is, let's say we've already bought our membership. So for the race weekend, we're looking at two classes. So let's just say $60 to sign up for two different classes, and I think that's going to be low. Plus, in there, I lost my bar pad. Plus the gas and everything. It's very easy to look at a $100 weekend, and let's cut that down a little bit and even say just a $80 weekend. And then you race and you do your motos, and you might only run, let's say, 4 or 5 laps. And here at Aztec, the track currently is two-minute lap times. You know, around 2 minutes on my 450, especially as I start to fade. So five laps. Let's just go with an easy 10 minutes there, 20 minutes because you got Moto 1 and Moto 2, and then of course a practice where it's usually early in the morning here in Colorado. It's very cold during that time, and you know, so half an hour, and you paid $80 to $100 plus the memberships. Whereas if I don't race, I can go up to Lakewood and obviously still have to pay gas for my bike and my truck and wear items, like I said. But it's $20, and I can ride as much as my heart desires. I don't have to just go out for motos. And don't get me wrong, racing is awesome. There's that feeling of lining up on the gate, going head to head with, you know, however many other people show up. Sometimes it's only 3 for some of the classes I run, but up to obviously 40 people, which I've never ran a full gate, I'm going to be honest. But still, though, let's just say 20 people. There's just a crazy feeling of going to battle against these people and just proving who's the best at the track that day. But at the same time, it's once you get older, and I know a lot of you guys are younger, and I've preached about this before, and you guys are like, yeah, shut up, DeeO, you're old, we get it. But you start to put more value towards your money. You know, when you're actually having to work 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday, to be able to pay for the weekend of riding, sometimes you don't want to pay all this money and not get that much track time, and then it gets stressful when, you know, you already are going to work 8 to 5 days a week, and then on Saturday maybe you'll have the day off, and then Sunday you'll get up super early, drive to the track, sign up, then you'll do practice, then you sit around for 3 hours, then you race your first moto, then you sit around for 5 hours, then you race your second moto, and then by the time you get home, that's been your whole Sunday. You don't really get to relax. And to me, weekends I want to be fun and relaxing, and a lot of times being at the race isn't, simply put. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and say, yeah, I'm not going to be chasing championship series. Please don't expect to see me racing every weekend or anything. That being said, though, there are some races that I do want to do this year. I've already said I was going to go up to Cheyenne to race up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, the Laramie County MX Park race, which is April 29th and 30th. They're going to have a practice day, then the race day. So I'm going up there. That's the home of the Big Cat. It's his home track. So I really want to go up and see what that track's all about. I've never been up there. And then Wild Rat, you guys know I raced there last year. I rode Donnie's RMZ 450 a while ago. He's a really cool guy. His son Dawson is really cool, and they put on a really good event only once a year, so I'm going to go and hit that one. But so a few of the races, you know, maybe I'll hit an Aztec one, maybe I'll hit a Thunder Valley one, but it's not going to be every weekend. I'm not going to be scheduling my whole life and my whole weekend around where's the race this weekend. You know, if it's somewhere I don't want to race or I don't really have the money for it, then I'm going to, you know, save up the money for the weekend and then instead go to Aztec or go to a track that they're not racing at. So if they're at Thunder Valley, I could go to IMI or whatever. And I just feel like I personally enjoy myself more when I'm just out there riding, having fun, and I know a lot of you guys want to see races, but when I'm not enjoying myself, it makes for crummy content. You know, I don't want to do the vlog parts. I'm not having fun on the bike. I'm not excited about it like at the arena cross. I think it really showed through with that video just how miserable I was. I wasn't having a good time. I was unhappy with my riding. I was just not having fun, and it showed through in the video. So when I'm having a good time and I'm actually doing stuff I enjoy, I think it's going to show through on the videos. And of course, you guys, you know I have the Patreon. I've had people help me out, send me gifts and stuff, and so that will be going back into the channel. Of course, I do want to hit other tracks like Pawnee Cycle Club up in Sterling, Colorado. I've never been up there. I have a few people who watch who really want me to come up there, so I'll definitely be going up there this summer. And IMI more, Thunder Valley more, Berthoud more. I haven't hit it yet in 2017. Of course, Aztec will be, you know, kind of my staple go-to when I want to have a nice cheap weekend. But trail rides even up in the mountains. I know you guys like to see that. This weekend I was going to go to Thunder Valley, but we had some crazy snow this Friday here in Colorado. And actually, I'm going to go out by my parents' house to some land that we have. Watch this pass on MX Nation here. Make sure you subscribe to MX Nation, by the way, but a nice little outside pass rail around there. I was pretty happy with that. But it's his first time back on the track, or second time back on the track in a long time, so he's still getting back in the swing of things. But I'm going out to a property near my parents' house, and I'm just going to try and find some like natural hits and hips and stuff, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Oh, that was ugly. Why was I jumping like such a gooner? Especially on that triple back there. But the main thing is I just really want to reiterate to you guys, I know a lot of you are all about racing. Racing is your life. That's all you want to do. You look forward to it on the weekends. And for me, it's kind of fun, but I would rather just go out and enjoy myself and ride and have a good time. And I hope you guys can appreciate and respect that. So that's really all this is going to be. Let's finish out this video, though. I pull over and let Bryce Shondick by on his, I think he was riding a 252 stroke, because he was obviously putting in some heaters and I didn't want to be slowing him down. Coming up here on Fred from Big Cat Racing. I think since I passed Luke, that was kind of the end of it for me. I just wanted to run down Luke. We were running a moto together and caught and passed him, so I'm pretty sure I pull off here pretty soon. But good time on the 125. Of course, this weekend we'll be back out on the 450. We got those wheels with the blue hubs looking super fresh. You guys really seem to enjoy that, so I'm very happy with how much you guys like it. And yeah, so we'll be back on that. And here we go, we're just going to pull off the track there. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did. Again, look forward to some fun stuff this summer, different tracks, more of different tracks, and then even a little bit of racing thrown in. But until next time, guys, as always, take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. I'll talk to you later.